Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another stream on the eve of what is the first proper double game week. I mean, it's a bit better than Man City one. There's at least 3 teams involved, even if they are comprised of Middlesbrough, Palace and Man United, who have just lost their top scorer for the rest of the season and forever, probably. Probably the last time we'll see him playing a Man United shirt, which is a shame. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Looking forward to this one. Yeah, lots to talk about, really, even though there's only 3 teams. A lot to answer. Is Rashford now the saviour of Gameweek 34? I'm not so sure. What you will be happy to hear, though, is I've done no transfers yet this week, so they will all be done tonight. I kind of have in mind what I'm going to do already, but you know, I could be swayed to take a few more hits. We'll see. Anyway, how's it going, everyone? I see a lot of people in already. 230 people we had watching the last stream at one point. Is Rashford even nailed? That's a good question. I think the problem with Man United is nothing's clearer now. Ibra's out, so I think Ibra out has probably made some decisions for people a bit easier, but doesn't mean that we can suddenly decide who's nailed and who's not. We'll see. How's it going, Ken? Matt, Fozzie, all here. Good to see you on this fine Friday night. I just had some Lindor Easter egg. My only Easter egg this year, but a very, very good one. Wayne Rooney. I'm not as convinced as other people that Rooney suddenly gets in the team and plays up front. Been out injured. He's played up front once, I think, this season so far. In the Premier League, so I don't know. That being said, I'm not necessarily that keen on Rashford myself. Or quick side step, yeah, you're right, Fozzie. Lindor Orange is amazing. This was just a normal one, but still great. Yeah, I also think Martial will probably be ahead of Rooney in the pecking order, but I also think Rashford's going to start both. But that still doesn't make me want him, I don't think. I'm not convinced he's that great. I still think he fluffs too many chances. Now, he's only young, like I'm not going to write the kid off, but I mean right now I wouldn't really want someone. You wouldn't change that front 3. Alright, let me, before we start like properly answering some questions or discussing some final points of the double game week, let me just quickly say where I'm at. So I've got 4 double game week players. If you count Valencia, he might get rested, but I'm not going to get rid of him. Chances are he plays 2 of the next 3 fixtures, so I'm going to keep him. I'm not taking any hits yet. I've not made any transfers. I've got 1 free transfer. So I'm still looking at Lukaku out, which I know people are going to hate. But Lukaku out for Negredo, and then Heaton to De Gea. So -4 give me double Man United defence. And if I really wanted to go for it, I do Funes Mori to Bailly, triple Man United defence, and then bench boost. Bench boost Pickford, Alonso, Son, and Mawson. Well, I'm a little bit worried about Son. I've decided now, I think I'm going to play Kings, because King's like pretty much guaranteed to play, whereas Son should play, but I'm not going to get to see the FA Cup match first. How's it going, Philman? Good to see you here from the start. This is Lukaku's last hurrah before we get him out pre-Chelsea and doubles. But that's the thing, I'm going to get rid of him, 100%. He's not got a double, so he's out of my team in the wild card. Chelsea at home, yes, he could score, but it's not an ideal fixture, so I just think maybe I'll just get rid of him now, hope for the best, and get Negredo. That puts you on a -12. Nah, -8 for triple Man United defence and Negredo. I don't need to take -12. The problem is I've been so busy this week, I've not even looked at, oh, look at this guy. Look at this legend, hang on a sec. I need to make sure I get rid of the right message. Someone get rid of that message from Sparkle. Chat's going up too quick. Just block him, ban him, whatever. Yeah, I've not had a proper look still at the Gameweek 36 wildcard to see whether a bench boost is an option, like a good option. Like everyone says, just bench boost in 37. But I wonder how many people have actually looked at what wildcard they can come up with. Sorry, there's some dickheads. Yeah, good point, Matt. Here we go. Sorry, it's going really slow for me as well. Okay. Will Blint play the two... Will he play the 2 games? See, Mourinho doesn't really fancy Blint in the way Van Gaal did. Obviously, he played Blint at centre-back like all season. We don't really have too many other options. Fosu-Mensah could play there. I mean, I like the idea of Blint. If he plays both, he is a bit of a bonus magnet, and he's got a very good... he's got a very good pass on him, but and he could potentially be on corners as well. But it's a bit of a risk, especially when you can get like Bailly for 0.2 more. But again, Mourinho's kind of talked up that he's played 6 games in a row. But I don't know who's going to replace him realistically. We'll see. 37 is too far off Lex 34. But to be fair, Game Week 37 does have an effect for those thinking of maybe bench boosting this week. But anyway. Saw Alonso lost his yellow flag. Did he get the all clear from Conte? That's a good point. I don't know actually. Good to play. We'll see. Is Rashford a good replacement for Ibra? Oh yeah, how many of you bought Ibra in early? I don't know if I don't even think that's harsh. I think you should. I think anyone who bought Ibra in early was playing it a bit risky. The funny thing was, someone said about Bruno. I was like, well, he never gets injured, so you're fine. He's missed like 18 games or something in his really long career. And then he goes and gets that injury. It's so harsh. Bit gutted about it, to be honest. Essential double game at 37 players. We won't go for 37 players yet. I was just saying it does take effect if you're looking at bench boosting in 34. Oh yeah, there's 4 polls up tonight. If you want to go and vote, just click the little eye in the top right hand corner. How many points hits are you taking? Who are you captain? I have to group them together because I can only have 5 options. So I grouped like all the Palace, all the Man United, and I assumed that no one was going to captain anyone but Negredo from Middlesbrough. How many double game week players and best double game week forward out of the three main contenders even. Don't bench Ali. Who's benching Ali? You bought in Ibra last week. Oh, I'll tell you what, I took out Ibra last week. How good of a transfer was that? Bought in Kane, captained him. Anyone buying Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City and Spurs players are taking the exact same risk as those poor early Ibros. Yeah, I mean, I have looked at Hazard in, but I don't think I'm going to do it. We'll look at the polls in a bit in about 45 minutes or so. Wow, there's so many dickheads in tonight. Who else is here all the time? Yeah, Middlesbrough defenders. So apparently Chambers is back fit. He didn't play the last game because he's on loan from Arsenal. So he looks pretty good value. Otherwise, Gibson. I do like Middlesbrough defenders, but I don't really need to bring in another defender, I don't think. I've got Alonso already in. He can play. The thing is, if I'm doing Lukaku to Negredo, I've got money, so I'd much rather probably get a Man United defender. Best replacement for Davies, as in the Spurs fullback. Why are you getting rid of him? I'll just keep him. Unless, of course, you're looking for a double game week player. Van Arnold or Big Ben Gibson. If you're looking solely at the double game week, I'd probably look towards Gibson, I think, but I do like Van Arnold's attacking potential, and he has the better fixture in 35. Thomas, I'm always here, can you make me mod? You just literally said I haven't been here for a while. Barnes versus United or Davies versus Palace? Probably Davies. Would I play Sigurdsson or Ali? Ali. Am I making any more transfers? Yes. I haven't made any transfers yet this week. I think the most likely transfer for me is Lukaku to Negredo and Heaton to De Gea. I know people are going to hate getting rid of Lukaku. The other good thing is, well, maybe not good thing, I can bench Negredo in 35, play King and Son, or even use the money to do Son to Arnautovic maybe. So, yeah, I kind of like that option. You keep missing my question. I know there's quite a. You haven't asked any questions, not to me. You keep asking. You keep saying Loro. Am I crazy, Negredo? Now, I know that Lukaku to Negredo is risky. It's a double game week, and it'll go against my my FPL beliefs to not be all in somewhere in double game week. Don't you think Bailly is due a rest? Like Mourinho said, he's played 6 games now. I mean, yeah, I'm sure Mourinho would love to rest him, but who's he resting him for? That's the problem, really. Okay, I see a question now, Philman. Heaton to Hennessy, Barnes to Negredo, captain, -4. Bench Ali. I like the moves. I like Heaton to Hennessy and Barnes to Negredo, captain. Not sure about benching Ali, but maybe he'll get a rest after the FA Cup. Seems unlikely, just because obviously Spurs are doing so well in the league at the moment, and they have cut that lead down. You reckon Negredo's due a hat-trick? This is the hope. It's the hope. That's why we go in for double game weeks. It's the hope that you'll nail that shit player, i.e. Negredo, who goes and gets even a goal in each game could be 18 points. Because you got to remember, obviously, it's not just getting an extra 4 points with a goal in the second game. There's the extra 2 points for playing. There's potentially bonus as well in each game. I mean, he could end up just getting like nothing or 1 assist, and that'd be it. But we'll see. Who is my captain for this week? Right now it's on Benteke, but when I bring in Negredo, I might switch it. I'm really torn between Benteke and Negredo because Benteke is in better form, but Negredo's stats have been increasing since, was it Agnew took over? And he has the better fixtures. I think Bournemouth is just, there's goals in that. And then that Sunderland game, I mean, it's a huge game, that Sunderland one. Could be really open, they could be really nervous and be really tight, I don't know. How's it going, Andy? Good to have you. Oh, FFS Scout Anorak. You're just here to gloat about your bet. Yeah, I honestly wouldn't moan too much about questions not being answered. The messages are coming through faster than ever, so it's tough to keep up. You watched the Scoutcast again on the way home. Would have been so different if aired after the Ibra injury. Yeah, it probably would have been more boring though as well. Why am I so confident about Negredo? I'm not. He's got 2 games basically. You were fooling yourself. Haven't you listened to the Scoutcast? Yeah, I was on there. I actually said if I could switch. I actually said on the Scoutcast, if I had the option to switch. This is before. Sorry, this is when I was getting Ibra. I said if I could switch Benteke for Negredo for free, then I'd probably do it. 200 plus people watching. Hello everybody. It's great to have you here. Make sure to vote on the polls. It'd be good to get a really good representation from people. Just click the little eye in the top right corner of the screen and just vote for the options. I know they're a bit grouped together, especially for captains, but no other option, I'm afraid. Why are you putting a lot of trust in Crystal Palace? Their fixtures are horrendous. That is true. Basically, I needed. Well, basically, someone in a mini league basically took a hit, so I decided to take hits as well. And they had an okay fixture before and after. So that's basically why. Borough's goals over the last 10 games. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't like benching Spurs players, to be honest. I'm benching Son, but I've got triple Spurs attack, so I don't feel quite so bad about that. Pickford over Heaton, I have it the other way around. Well, to be honest, Pickford's been there since the start of the week. But once Ibra was injured, when they found out he was injured, I am tempted to switch back to Heaton, but I might just bring De Gea in. Will Hazard be in my team soon? He'll probably be in my wildcard team. So Gameweek 36. Ali over the Rune. Yeah, I think if you've got Pickford and Heaton and you haven't got any Man United attackers, you're probably going Heaton could be a bit of a game changer. No, maybe not a game changer, but could be decent enough. Jakubovic or Grant. Well, Grant might be out of the team soon. And Butland pretty much back, maybe even playing this week. Don't know if he'll come straight back into the team, but should be good. Blind over Bailly. No, I think I'd bring Bailly in still. If I was bringing in a Man United defender. Rashford is a beast. I don't know, I'm not as convinced about everyone else. Do you fancy Son to Pogba? Not really. I mean, I do. I'd love another Man United player in, but I basically as soon as I change a midfielder, I feel like I have to bench boost. Because if I change Son to Pogba, then I got to bench one of the four that are already there, or a bench boost. What am I drinking? Everyone always asks me that every time. It's just a bottle of water with a little bit drank and then blackcurrant squash put in. Nothing exciting, I'm afraid. Probably missed some sitters against Anderlecht. Yeah, I'm doing that quite a lot. My wife likes your occasional atmospheric swearing. Okay. Rohit, I don't think you're the only one that's voted. Chill out, hang on. And let me have a look. Probably just looks like that on your end. There's usually at least 40 or 50 people who vote without me saying a thing, so I bet there's more than that. Yeah, nearly 100 people have voted on. There's about 97, 98 so far on the polls, so don't panic. You think there should be a guest ale of the week? Yeah. Should drink more beer. No, I shouldn't drink more beer, but I want to drink more beer. How to vote. There's just a little eye, top right hand corner of the screen. Click on that. and then choose your answers. Can I see Hull having a clean sheet? Yeah, they got a nice fixture, right? Who? Yeah, Watford. Yeah, I can see a clean sheet there. Benteke is not injured. Nope. Get beer sponsorship. That'd be awesome. Imagine that, getting paid to drink beer. Can't get much better, surely. How many points am I expecting from Ward? I'll be happy with 4, I think. Anything else is a bonus. Right, let's not have fake injury news. Oh shit. So Rojo is apparently out for ages as well. Rojo and Ibrahimovic have both ruptured cruciate ligaments, both out for months. Jesus Christ, team's getting decimated. You're watching live in Bristol Airport. I was there recently. If Benteke was out, hang on, it'd be all over Twitter. I'm not seeing the things, so stop. Unless you have a source. Fucking hell. Tell me your current feelings towards Sanchez. He's in my team because I don't really have a luxury. I don't really have a huge need to get rid of him, but I'm not that happy with him, to be honest. But Leicester at home's not the worst fixture. I'd think about getting rid of him for Spurs away, but I just don't know who I need to bring in really next week. Yeah, that is the other good question. You know, it's all well and good bringing in defenders because the main ones are injured for United, but surely the defence isn't quite as good when that happens. No chance Shaw is going to start both. It would seem unlikely to me. I think Shaw is a bit of a risk. Rashford or Lukaku captain? I mean, I'll always favour the double game week player, but Lukaku's definitely more sensible. Try to get more attacking defenders like Bellerin. Bellerin didn't even start the last game. No, I'm sure he will from now on, but I'm not interested in bringing Bellerin yet. On the wild card, maybe. Who do Man United have up front apart from Rashford? I mean, there's people even talking about playing Fellaini there against Burnley. Now, I don't really see that, to be honest, but you know, Rooney's back. He could play. Martial is probably the main contender, but Martial and Rooney have played 3 times up front in the league this year between them. But like people are pointing out, we have been for weeks. To be fair, Man United have got a lot of fixtures. They're through in the Europa League. Rooney does keep saying though that he can't ignore the Premier League until it's mathematically impossible. But it is looking tough now. Captain is too hard. Yeah, I really want to captain Benteke. I wish his fixture was just a little bit better. I mean, I feel like if my captain's between Benteke and Negredo, I'm basically choosing between form and fixtures. For some reason he gets more credit. Oh, I can't see what that's been. What are these steams based on? So it's fantasy football. Fantasy Premier League specifically. That's all we're chatting about, yeah. What's your views on it? I can't see what your original question is. Oh, you chance to see nice. Fixtures create form. Yeah, that's true. Negredo captain, like what I tweeted earlier, we've basically gone full circle. Like when we first started looking, when this double game was announced, we're like, no Borough attackers, they're shite. Now it gets round to it. Now thinking of captain and Negredo, I mean, what has the world come to? How's it going, Anoush? Was 9/11 an inside job? I actually have some. I do have some thoughts on that, but probably a little bit early in the stream, and I've not had any beer, so we'll leave that for now. Cheers, Football Crazy. Glad you enjoyed them. Watching them back. Is David De Gea nailed? I don't see why not. He hasn't missed. Sorry, he's missed one Premier League game, and that was. I think he was injured for that, and Romero is playing in the Europa League, so I'm looking at bringing De Gea in. If he misses the Burnley game, I'll consider myself pretty unlucky. Or pretty unfortunate. You've lost the plot when you're considering captaining the striker of one of the lowest scoring teams in England. Yeah, you're probably right. Do I have Instagram? Not really. Do you see United getting a clean sheet? I think against Burnley for sure. Well, not for sure, but I think it's a high chance. I mean, Burnley aren't exactly huge goal scorers. Mourinho knows how to set up to not concede. Now, I'm not saying he's going to do that against Burnley, but it could happen. And we saw what we did against Chelsea. And to be fair, we did the same thing against Chelsea in the FA Cup as well. It's only that. You know, whether you think it's a yellow card for Herrera, second yellow, I don't know, but it was a bit unlucky. So potentially could have been another clean sheet there. So can Mourinho do the same against Man City? Potentially. I'm sure he's going to go into that Man City game set up to not lose. So I think there should be one clean sheet in one of those games. I'm hoping for it anyway. Yeah, you are right though. Clean sheets are hard to pick. Like, obviously, there's more fixtures this week because the double. When we're doing them on the Scoutcast, I struggle to pick more than about 3 or 4. Yeah, I could do a Michael Keane back right now. I support Man United, yeah. De Gea or Hennessy, 2-week punt. If you can afford it, I like De Gea because he's got Swansea at home afterwards as well. I don't tend to like expensive goalkeepers, but I think at the moment, if you've got the money and if you've got the wild card coming up, De Gea is a good pick. Do you get paid for going on a Scoutcast? I wish. Imagine that. Do you think Bailly will score more than Negredo? I mean, it probably will be a defender that outscores a striker. Which one though? Will Bailly play both games? Man, it's a triple captain Negredo. Triple captain. Is that a step too far? I think it probably is. What do you do on the stream other than this? Now this is about it, I'm afraid. Thoughts on Michael Keane handling the transfer? So I'm really interested to see where he goes. I'll take him back at United, I think. Is Zlatan not getting offered a new contract? Yeah, that would seem unlikely. So it sounds awful, I know, but it could be a good thing for United that we can't just rely on Zlatan for another year. Transfers on the stream tonight, yeah, definitely later on. Let's see potential transfers now. I'm really tempted to bench boost. So Lukaku to Negredo, that's the obvious move everyone's making this week. So I'm going to follow suit. What a forward line that is. Yeah, there's at least 4 goals in that for Negredo. And I got loads of money in the bank. So Finn is Murray and Heaton out. How likely am I to bench boost? Probably unlikely because I'm got no balls. I'll just follow the crowd and do it when they do it. Blind is actually the second highest scoring defender for Man United. I noticed that earlier. There we go. Triple Man United defence. Plus Ward. Bench boost Alonso, Pickford, Mawson and Son. Although I could take a minus 12. Oh no, I can't bring in Pogba, never mind. You're almost rival. Oh, okay. Do Jonty and Mark secretly hate each other? No. What makes you say that? Here we go, from Matt. Negredo has gone double figures 3 times, Swansea, Sunderland and Leicester. So that means he's going to do it again against Sunderland, and then bonus for goals against Bournemouth. Lukaku versus West Ham surely can't sell. I know he's going to score. He scored like 11 and 11. I know the stats. But I'm doing it anyway. In fact, maybe I should just do the Lukaku to Negredo transfer now. I don't see any reason why I don't make that move this week. One of the reasons is it's not even just his double game week. It's I just think, how much can I be punished in 2 game weeks? My rank has gone up pretty nicely recently, so that is in the back of my mind. That am I being a bit stupid? I mean, I've halved my rank in a couple of game weeks, so yeah, it is in the back of my mind. Maybe I should go and get some beers. If you get Negredo, does he become your captain? Probably. I've not wildcarded yet, no. I'll be wildcarding in 36, I think. I looked at 35, but I don't think the fixtures warrant it. Chasing top 10k. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm not that bothered about my rank as long as I win the mini leagues that have the most money on the line. I'd like to finish top 10 in the mods and cons league as well, but we'll see. You would rather Lukaku over Negredo next week? Yeah, but I can bench Negredo. I don't need to play him in 35. Unless, of course, he goes mad, then I might. Have you used Fantasy Football Fix? I don't really use it, no. Will Valencia start both games? I think that's probably unlikely. I wouldn't, if you haven't already got a Man United defender and you bring one in, I probably wouldn't look at Valencia. I don't know, because Mourinho kind of said that he couldn't play 2 games in a row, and then he's played 3, so who knows? Oh no, I'm definitely bringing Negredo in. I'm just saying I might not play him next week in 35. Yeah, the Aguero triple captain is looking okay now. Especially for those that are going to bench boost in 37. They've really run out of options. It's going to be Sanchez. How's it going, Dan? Rashford is essential. Nah, come on. He's not essential. Do that Negredo transfer now. I'll do it soon, yeah. Taking Lukaku out though. I knew I should have done my transfers before the stream. I always second guess myself when I'm on here. I think most people second guess their transfers when they're about to make them. It's even worse doing it on stream. His ownership is so high, it's like 70% in live teams. He could just kill my rank. Yeah, I've not regretted triple captain Aguero. I don't think I will either, to be honest. Because Sanchez is going to be the other triple captain option that's a big pick. And I can just captain him anyway, so... Minus 12 and go Mawson to Gibson. Nah, I don't think so. You suck, that is true, I do suck. Lukaku got 12 points versus West Ham earlier this season. I know the stats, I know he's in form. I know it's a big risk, but I'm going to do it anyway. Sigurdsson to Mkhitaryan, is that a sensible move? With any Man United attacker, it's a risk, basically. Mkhitaryan's been rested a few times now. Keeps playing in the Europa League where he keeps scoring, actually. I would love to get Mkhitaryan in. He'd almost be my #1 pick for this double game week if I knew he was gonna. If I put it this way, if Man United had got knocked out at the Europa League, I would have gone out straight away and transferred out Sanchez for Mkhitaryan. Straight away. I can't do Sun to Townsend, I've already got 3 Palace. When am I streaming until? I don't know. See how things are going, to be honest. Which Man United defender will start both games? For me, it's still Bailly is still the most likely, but it's very tough. I mean, Blin potentially, but I got a feeling someone like Fosu Mensah might play one of the games. Like Shaw, no. Darmian, probably not. Can't even pronounce this guy's name. Tuanzebe? I don't know. Blin, maybe. If Blin plays both games, I'll tell you now, if Blin plays both games, he could be the top scoring player this double game week. Do I make money from the stream? Nope. Everyone's always interested in that. Don't know why. How do I know the other Scoutcast lads? Just been around on Fantasy Football Scout for a while. Met up with them a few times. Probably meet them up again. Meet up with them again in the summer for a few beers. Can we settle the Blin versus Bailly argument? So, can we settle it? I don't know about that. I mean, Bailly is the #1 defensive choice right now, mainly because the rest are all injured. But he has played a lot of games, so he could get a rest. But if he gets rested, do we really see Fosu Mensah and Blin lining up together? Or Darmian playing centre-back, or Carrick? I mean, Carrick plays centre-back while Van Gaal is playing, but I don't see Carrick playing centre-back for Mourinho. Can we come? Man, can you imagine the chaos? Does Mark drink? Yeah, of course does. Bailly is the future of the United defence, I'd say, yeah. Honestly, if you're looking for a definite answers like with Man United, then you're in for bad luck, to be honest. Oh yeah, Ken. There is like ad revenue and stuff. Like but I don't bother looking into it, to be honest. It's minimal, like you said. And as you Irish say, I'm just doing it for the crack, really. Yeah, I really like talking to Bai, like non-FPL. I really like him. I'm happy he's joined United. He's a bit rash, but at the same time, that also means he sometimes puts in some really awesome tackles that other players wouldn't. But he's gonna give away a few penalties. Where in WSM are you? I grew up there. You tell me, Scarface Gaming. Where were you based there? Captain Valencia? Nope. Definitely not. Yeah, Phil's kind of summed it up there. The only certainty with Man United is uncertainty. Although De Gea surely plays both games. I mean, you're right, Redmond Keenan. If I knew that Blind and Bai were going to play both games, I would pick Blind for sure. Good to see you speaking some colloquial language. Yeah, sometimes crack and grand slowly creep in. Are you from Locking, eh? I grew up in Wirral. I don't live there anymore though. Is Shaw going to be unnoticed? I mean, Shaw, there's no way we can say that Shaw's going to play both games. So yeah, he's going to go under the radar because I'm not sure. Not sure there's any reason to be looking at him. You went to what? World School? Isn't it a small world? Shaw or Diamond start both. I don't think either will start both. Will Mkhitaryan play both? Probably not. Who am I considering to sell for a Man United defender? I'm not really. I'd potentially do Funes Mori to buy if I was going to bench boost. What I really need to do, which I might do later on again, is try and build another Gameweek 37 wildcard. Because I'm still not sure about the whole bench boost. You went to a tropical outdoor pool in Western when you were young. I love that you call it tropical. That would have been the Tropicana. Do I like living in Ireland? Yes. I love it there. Goalkeeper, De Gea or Guzan? I'd go De Gea, I think. I'm going to have that choice, so I'm probably going to go De Gea. Of course, yeah, no Ibra for the Gameweek 37 bench boost, yeah. Although I don't think even before when I built one, I don't think I could have afforded him. There is already a poll up Rashford, Negredo or Benteke. Well, there should... hang on. Yeah, best double game week forward is basically those three. Obviously, single game week players could be included, but yeah, you might have to scroll down to the bottom. That mention of bench boost this week has really got to you. It's mainly... yeah, because I wouldn't have thought about it, because I'm kind of a bit set in my ways, so I chose Game Week 37 bench boost, so I've not really given it any thought. So it wasn't until Ben pointed out in the last stream that I actually thought about it. And I've kind of this year So obviously last year it was all new, so I was like, right, I've got a bench boost 15 double game week players. Whereas this year I went for the triple captain early, because I thought at the end of the day, how much is it really worth? And I'm thinking now the same with bench boost, how much is it really worth? Am I putting too much value on it for a double game week? Should I just use it now when I know I've got players that are probably going to play? I can go in for the bench boost. Like I'm basically thinking, should I use it now when I've got the info I've got? Will I have better options or better info in 37? Maybe, but I'm obviously risking that. Kane, Aguero and Gabbiadini for 37 probably, but unless you've got team value, good luck. Yeah, but the thing is, Aguero is Aguero even a good option with Jesus back? Bench boost is a horrible idea for this week. Mawson will surely concede. Probably. Might score. Oh, Negredo's on penalties. Oh, imagine if he misses. Oh, he took a hit to bring in Ibra. Lesson learnt, really. Okay, Philman, you've done a Game Week 37 wildcard. Bench will be Pickford, Sheeder, Stevens, and a decent W mid. Okay. So that's not the worst bench boost then. Use triple captain on the first double game week on Aguero and that flop. I don't know. Yeah, 9 points isn't like amazing, but don't be too upset about 9 points. Better than a blank. I expect. Who did you say you had, Phil? Pickford, Yoshida, Stevenson, and a decent double game week. So you haven't really skimped on the starting 11 then, because that's the thing. Like some people, I've seen their teams. They're basically skimping on the main players to make sure they have a good bench, which is just seems wrong to do it like that. Yeah, it would be risky to bench boost, but I'm still tempted. Opinion on Company for next week. Who are they playing? It's an away game, isn't it? Middlesbrough. Yeah, it could be okay. Company. The problem with Company is he's very injury prone. I like him. He's got goals in him as he showed the first game back, but he's so injury prone. I'd be tempted for Game Week 37 though. I mean, Valencia's definitely going to play one of those two games. He should play 2 of Burnley, Man City, and Swansea. So I'm happy enough to play him. I mean, you'd have to imagine he's definitely going to play Man City. You should just buy Benteke and Negredo and go to bed. Yeah. So this is what I'm. So these are the transfers I'm considering. Lukaku out, seriously. Negredo not even making it onto the main page for the forwards. Equal with Benteke. Interesting. Look at that, Negredo's only 29 points behind the great Aguero. It's going to leave me so much money in the bank. That's what I'm thinking. Bench Pickford, bench Mawson and Funes Mori, and bench Son and play King. Anyone got any advances on that transfer? Yeah, I mean, I bench boost last year with 4 double game week players on the bench. It is nice, but I don't even really have to make the De Gea move. I could just do Lukaku to Negredo for no hit and play Pickford or Heaton. I just like the idea of having De Gea for 2 games. So that give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double game week players. Yeah, but there's no point in doing. The thing is, as soon as I transfer out Funes Mori for someone, then I'm benching Alonso. So I don't see the point. I might as well just keep him. I know he's dropping in price, but I mean, to be fair, I could also do Funes. No, I don't think I want to get rid of him. Can you play wildcard and bench boost at the same time? No, you got to play one week and one the other. You can only play each chip, or 1 chip in 1 game week. Funes Mori to Blind and bench boost. Yeah, exactly. The bench boost comes back. Son will be rested in the cup. I mean, surely, I don't know what Matt thinks. I know Matt's a Spurs fan. Surely there's a chance of 3-5-2 against Chelsea. It's Chelsea they're playing, right, in the cup. Which means Son would miss out. Can everyone sub to me because I want to see if we can get 1,000 subs without a video. Jesus Christ, that sounds like the worst YouTube channel ever. Oh, and then you might do a FIFA video. Wow. Very good of you. How's it going, Espen? Surely you've got to make some maverick moves to stand out and climb up the rankings. Maybe. What was that question about Negredo just a minute ago? Shots on target. So I won't read out all the stats because you'll have to go over and get them yourself from Fantasy Football Scout, but let's just say Negredo's not bad. Could do with getting a few more touches in the box, I think. Benteke is just crazy. Really happy with Benteke. I don't know, Captain and Negredo is not. I don't know if it can be classed as Maverick when it's a double game week and they've got the fixtures they've got. Do you feel guilty about winning your work community leagues against casuals? You're set to win over $800. Oh, euros. They won't allow you to win it. No, because there's people in my work league are really into it. There's one guy that's beaten me more times than I've beaten him. So I don't feel that guilty. Oh, shit. Thoughts on saving triple captain for Gameweek 38? There's some really nice fixtures that week, isn't there? Hang on. Saving triple captain though, that would be interesting. Yeah, everyone, all the. Like for instance, if the league is still open, and Sunderland are down. I mean, it's unlikely that the title race would go to the last game of the season, I think, but yeah, triple captain Hazard could be good. You can't find the close again. What's your reaction to the Champions League draw? I like the way it came out because it means one of Juventus and Monaco will definitely be in the final. Does Fantasy Football Scout provide previous year's stats too? Yeah. Why King over Son in the background? Sorry, why King over Son? I don't know, I just really like King this week against Middlesbrough. I think there's goals there. Why is De Gea always in team of the season? Yeah, I must admit, I did think someone like Heaton probably deserved it this year. Okay, let's have a look at the polls. Oh yeah. It's amazing how many times I do this and I forget every time where they are. While I'm checking these out, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. Okay, so how many points hits are you taking for this double game week? So 4 points is 39% and 0 is 29%. 157 responses, by the way. 17% say they're taking 8 and 14% apparently taking 12 plus. Wow, double game week captain, 163 responses. 36% are captaining Kane or Lukaku. 31% Negredo. 31% Negredo. Wow. Didn't expect it to be that high. 16% captaining someone from Palace, and Zaha, Benteke or Townsend. I assume Benteke. 9% going for Rashford or a Man United midfielder, and 6% going for someone else. How many double game week players? So 3 to 4 is the highest percentage, 61%. That sounds about fair. 24% going for 5 to 6. 10% only going for 1 or 2, and 3% going for 7 plus. Don't forget the hits you were taking to get a bench boost team. That'd only be one extra hit that I'm going to take anyway, though. Best double game week forward. So this is basically Negredo, Benteke or Rashford. So Rashford's in last place, 21%. Benteke 31% and Negredo a huge 47%. I would love to I'd love to have seen those percentages if Negredo hadn't scored against Arsenal. Surely this week drop Funes Mori for another double game week player. Yeah, but who do I bench then? Then I have to bench Alonso against Southampton at home. I don't know if that's worth it. I mean, maybe it is, considering Chelsea don't keep clean sheets anymore. What happened to planning to have a transfer? What do you mean? Who's on set penalties for United? Unless Rooney's on the pitch, it's probably going to be Pogba. Oh, I'd love to get... I said last week, I think, that Pogba would be the Man United mid because he's nailed. Well, I suppose Ferreira, but... Paul Pogba. I mean, Paul Pogba against Burnley, Man City and Swansea versus Sanchez against Leicester at home and Spurs away. It's pretty rubbish. Pogba, Valencia, De Gea, what do we think? What happened to the plan to save a transfer? I don't think there ever was a plan to save a transfer, was there? Not this week. Paul Pogba. I looked at, back when Ibra was still in my plans, I looked at Sanchez to Pogba. I did look at that, but Ibra getting injured kind of scuppered the plans a bit. Pogba has the form. What? He hasn't scored a goal since game week 19. I mean, I could say the transfer, I suppose. I absolutely could. Just not get any more double game week players in, but I don't think that's going to happen. I could just do Heaton to Guzan. Rashford, Benteke and Negredo. The stream says Negredo. Ibra to Rooney for -4. No, don't do that. There's absolutely... I'd struggle to think that Rooney's going to start the next 2 games. Maybe not even one of them. Yeah, Valdez possibly being back in the second game is putting me off Guzan. Why would you? The question shouldn't be why not Rooney. It should be why would you get Rooney? What are the benefits to getting Rooney? Yeah, I'd probably play King over Sané, but like you say, it's hard benching someone like Sané. I'm having to bench Son. I don't really like it, to be honest. I should have thought De Gea's got Swansea in 35, but maybe Bournemouth Pickford is just as good. Should you ignore tonight's price raises and get your double game week striker tomorrow? I mean, I'm all for like waiting to the last minute, but I don't think you're going to get any unless you get really unlucky and someone gets injured. And we hear about it in the morning, you're unlikely to get any more info, so you might as well just go for it before the price rises. Ibra is making teams too templatey. I don't think it is necessarily. I still think there's quite a big divide between those that want to go for the double game week and those that don't. Why aren't I getting Gibson? Just don't have enough transfers. Don't want to bench Alonso. I think Rashford will play both games, but there's always the chance that he doesn't. Do you think you'd choose Negredo over Benteke if you had neither? Yeah, I think so. Mark must be pretty chuffed about not having to get Ibra. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes, like, I mean, part of it, he might be, yes, okay, he doesn't have to buy him now if he was considering it. But sometimes when you decide not to get a player like that, it's actually annoying when they get injured, because it just means everyone else has the same easy decision. Like, for those that were absolutely not getting Ibra, they must be pretty annoyed, because they obviously thought that he wasn't going to do well. So it could have been a nice differential not to have him. Wish you had an excuse to draft him for Firmino. Yeah, he'd be good this week. Who checks your video? Bots. Not sure what you mean there. Oh yeah, 0. If you got an Ibra last week in time for the double, 0 points. That's just a kick in the teeth, really, isn't it? And then get injured, especially if you did it instead of Kane. I know there is some people I know that bought in Ibra ahead of Kane. Everybody and their man is rising tonight. Let's have a look. Rashford, yeah, fair enough. Negredo, Benteke, Gibson, Kane, Pickford, maybe. Firmino, yeah, Firmino looks like a good pick this week, but no way I'm going near him. Right, I think I'm just going to make my transfers now. Sorry, 2 seconds. There's only one song to put on. So maybe I'll just stick. Yeah, but the thing is, I'm absolutely not going to keep Lukaku for the long haul. I just won't. Gameweek 36 is away. Gameweek 38 is away. He doesn't have a double game week. He's not going to be in my team. He's not going to be in my wildcard team. Even though he is the top scorer this year. Which is a bit stupid, really, isn't it, to get rid? Last 2 away games, no goals, no assists. That was against Liverpool, Man United away. In fact, the last few away games have been pretty tough. Alright. Ta-da! He's gone. Goodbye, Lukaku. It was nice. It was nice having you on my team. But now you're gone. Madness. But no one else has to do it. That's the beauty of this. You get to watch me fail while you propel up the ranks. And then in the next stream, which there might not be if Lukaku scores a hat-trick, you get to laugh. Perfect. It's done. No, I'm feeling good about it. It's double game week madness. Yeah, I don't know about the next. Yeah, I might as well do De Gea, and I think I will. Exactly, I've got the wild card. Exactly, I can fix it. I've just lost probably 0.4 million on Lukaku if I want him back, but I don't think I will. My missus just messaged me. She said, "Even though I know sweet fuck all about football, but you got rid of him, you're nuts." Damn, she knows. She must know a lot about Lukaku. What are you on about? Oh yeah, double game weeks. I'm a drug. Yeah. The thing is, I said this on the last stream. Like, I put a lot of time into fantasy football, but I still don't take it as seriously as other people. And I like double game weeks, and if it works out, then I'll feel good about it. If it doesn't, I won't feel that bad. Whereas if it's the other way around, if I keep Lukaku and Negredo goes mad, I'd be really more annoyed, or more annoyed than if I get Negredo and Lukaku as well. So solid, it's done. Yeah, I'm gonna be my little boy. He plays football 3 till 4 on a Saturday, so I'm always stood there like trying to half watch him, half watch Twitter to see what the scores are. So I don't know. I remember when he saw. I was over there watching him play football when he saw those 4 goals, and it's just like watching Twitter, and it just constantly Lukaku scores. So we'll see. It's done. That's what I said. We weren't talking about Middlesbrough assets until recently. That's the beauty of double game weeks. I'm going to captain him. I think. I don't think it's not in me to captain a single game week player in a double game week. I just won't ever do it. So I think I'm actually going to captain him and vice captain Benteke. It's so wrong, but it feels so right. Who are you planning on captain? My captain's right there, Negredo. He's gonna get injured and he's only gonna start one game. Fucking Rudy just dead. Never won a Premier League game, whatever. We'll start the other one. Why not Rashford? Yeah, I'm not that interested in Rashford, to be honest. Yeah, I think a hit is a hit worth it for a goalkeeper with double game week? I think I'd probably rather had Valdez, but am I doing transfers? I just did my transfer. Lukaku to Negredo. Early thoughts on Gameweek 35 transfer. Maybe bring in Gabbiadini. Just bench Son again against Arsenal. For Negredo, potentially. Or West Ham are really bad. Anyone can score against West Ham, so maybe Arnautovic. Let me just mute that. In Irish Contingent League, you've pulled back 80 points on me. Yeah, I've been doing alright recently. I don't know, there is always... sometimes I find that when you're doing well, it can be too easy to talk yourself into transfers. You just think you'll pull them off because you've been doing so good. But I don't think that's the case here, to be honest. I was going to do Lukaku to Ibra, so for me, it's almost like Lukaku was going anyway. Now, obviously, I could have changed my transfers around because of the injury news, but it's not happening. Been watching for a while, never seen a live transfer. Yeah, I mean, it depends. Sometimes I just have to make them early. Sometimes I want to give myself a bit more time, but I kind of knew coming in there, into the show, which transfer I was going to make, so no biggie. I can't wait now. I'm looking forward to this. I fucking love double game week. Seriously, they're the best thing about FPL. I mean, the best things about FPL is before it started, because the hope is there that the team you've made. In your head, the team you make for Game Week 1 is the best team possible. And then you find out by Game Week 2, actually it was awful, you need a wild card. And double Game Weeks. What else is better? Apart from maybe getting like a, I don't know, defender goal, clean sheet and assist is quite nice. Done that a few times over the last couple of seasons. I've done the... Paul, are you watching, like, in the past? I've done the transfer. Oh yeah, actually, talking of the leagues, I think Felix is still top. Oh shit, wrong one. Damn, I was behind in that league. I'm up to 27th now, so I've been doing better. I'll probably be down after this week. Yeah, Felix still holding on to top spot. He's been there ever since we started this league in Gameweek 23. Everyone on FFS can't believe what? Double game weeks are the chance to make some huge games. They are. I mean, probably not this one, but people will underestimate it. Tweeted you my. Alright, let's have. Some people have tweeted me. Let's have that. How's this for a 37 double game team? 15 double game weekers ready for a bench boost. Clichy? Is he nailed? Clichy. Might have to talk about that. Berlin. Yeah. Not sure about that either. Again, I'm still not sure about Rashford. But by that point, we'll see what's happened in the Europa League. I think we would have played by then. Will I live stream Chelsea versus Spurs? No. I think that defence is a bit dodgy. But I like the midfield, but I'd rather have Sanchez, I think. I don't know, I always do this with Ozil though. Ozil does okay, and I kind of just ignore it, and he keeps doing okay. He punishes me, and eventually he stopped, but by that point, obviously now, the season will be over at that point, so. I mean, is Clichy any more nailed than Stones is? Stones is cheaper, so I don't know. It's an interesting start though, like, it's tough though. You're basically playing Rashford every week. Gabbiadini every week as well, I don't know. We have to hope Gabbiadini can keep up what he did before he got injured. This is what I mean though, it's tough, like, it's tough making a team, I think. You're going to have to take some sacrifices. Kolarov, no, come on. Yeah, you should definitely triple Captain Negredo, let's do it. Geez, still over 200 people watching. That is crazy. For over an hour streaming. How long have I been streaming? An hour and a half. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you are new around here. Hit the thumbs up button as well. If you haven't already. Gabby captain 35. Maybe. What about Kane though against Arsenal? Got to be an option. What week did I use all out attack? I think it was game week 7. Didn't really pay off for me, to be honest. Back in the Kapui days. Oh, excuse me. Balassi, Antonio. See, still on Ibra. Doing me wrong. Look at that. Captain Ibra, 2 points. Ignore Lukaku, 8 points. It's been happening. It's going to happen again this week. If I subscribe, will your captain score this week? Yeah, of course. Who's going to get golden boot? Negredo's got to be in with a chance still, right? Especially with these couple of fixtures he's got. Fucking hell, look how long it was between goals here. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Couple of braces. 6. Oh my god. I didn't even look at this before I brought him in. 8 goals. What a stupid pick. Cheers for subbing down. What a stupid pick. 8 goals. So far apart. Middlesbrough awful. Oh dear. Johnny has bought in Negredo as well, but I think he's probably done it for Andy Carroll and kept Lukaku. I think players secretly, deep down, even if they're not aware of it, subconsciously, Negredo knows it's a double game week, so he'll perform better. Did I call myself a stupid prick? No, I said it was a stupid pick. No R. Which point score do you remember the most this season? You always remember the Holobas 15 point. Yeah, the Holobas one was nice. Alonso 2 goals was really nice. Remember that one fondly. Lukaku has scored like 25 and you bought a man in with 8 goals. Yeah, but I'm not worried about past goals, I'm worried about future goals. Oh yeah, when am I going to stream next week? I don't know actually. Bit annoying that they play on Thursday. We'll see. Just tuned in how many transfers. All I've done so far is Lukaku to Negredo. I mean, you do kind of have to change your thinking and start thinking about, like, you're right, Middlesbrough have to go out and try and win now. They can't just keep playing out. They can't be trying to get clean sheets. It's not about that now. They need to win. Obviously, clean sheets will help, but the goals need to come. Those matches are tight. And we've seen crap teams suddenly do well before, but it doesn't mean they definitely will, because crap teams are still crap. So it's a risk, but it's done. How scared am I of the Everton game tomorrow? Not that scared, to be honest. We'll see tomorrow. Would I recommend triple captain this week? I don't know. I kind of like triple captain options in 37, or maybe Sanchez instead. What is threat on goal stat? Where's that? What's that? Where's that from? How's he working that out? Is Sané a better option than the potential Aguero Jesus swapsies? Yeah, I would have to wait until we get close to 37, but I think Sané is going to be a big favourite just because of his price. I think Phil, I think he just atted you, just like tagged you. Oh, maybe not. Unless it comes up like that on yours. Negredo triple captain. I feel like that's a step too far, but you are running out of options to use it. You basically got, obviously this week, a single game week captain, but again, I think you may have missed the boat on triple captain a single game week player. Sanchez maybe if you think he's going to get his form back. That's about it really. Okay, let's chat goalkeepers. -4 to do Heaton to De Gea and bench Pickford. Do I or do I not? I don't think that's a pretty good hit. -4. Okay, fair enough. So his threat's gone up. Cool. All three of these fields then combine to create an overtop. Oh, okay. Imagine David De Gea gets a clean sheet against Burnley and then he saves an Aguero penalty. Oh, it's just the FPL ICT index he's using. Okay. Sorry, I thought he'd like done one of his own or something. Alright. Yeah, it's just what Fantasy Football Scout had last year in the members area. Alright, one more transfer. Heaton to De Gea. I don't see a huge problem with doing this. Oh, Ken is saying no. Come on, Ken, what's wrong with Heaton to De Gea? Oh, you're really against it. He's got the extra match to get that back. Probably should. I guarantee you Heaton is going to get like a 12-pointer against us. Joe Hart, you just did type a message. I'm pretty sure you've typed in chat a few times. And I'm not bothered about Heaton for the rest of the season. I don't think. Because surely when I wildcard, I go for 2 double game week options. No? I've looked at him here, but I think I get rid. The only problem is with the double game week goalkeepers is they're all quite expensive apart from Pickford and Foster, but I do have value tied up in him. About 0.3 million, I think. Let's have a look. Bit more than that, actually. I mean, once he's gone, he doesn't come back, basically. You want to look at Torres Magic's team? Alright. Yeah, I don't think... yeah, I might sleep on it. I don't think I keep Heaton though. I think when I wildcard, I'm going to have the option between Heaton or someone with 2 games. And I'm basically not going to play him. I mean, who does Pickford have in 36 38? Although obviously Sunderland are probably out. Yeah, so that's an awful 38. Swansea at home in 36 is Hull. Yeah. I don't think TM needs help from me. That's what I'd say. So your first problem is you've got Lukaku instead of Negredo. So you should probably change that. No transfer, so you're playing Gibson against instead of Holobas, I suppose. Holloway. What are you going to do? You're going to stick, aren't you? 1, 2, 3 double game week players. You're going to stick, I reckon. Because you're not going to get rid of Sigurdsson. And you're not going to choose which one of these 2 to bench. So I think you're going to... I think you might stick... Well, maybe you change... How much money you got in the bank? 1.7. Maybe you bring in someone for Funes Mori and bench Mawson as well. He has 1.7 in the bank. Bench Sigurdsson. He's not going to bench Sigurdsson. Let's see. Need to go back on my team. You keep giving TM some advice. Negredo scores 1 goal. It's funny, yeah, I tweeted that out. It said all it'll take is for Middlesbrough to score and suddenly that guy will be the bandwagon. And there we go, so be it. It's always going to happen though. See what Twitter thinks about my Heat and De Gea move. Yeah, I think all you do is change the defender, maybe Funes Mori to somebody and bench Mawson. You've sent me a tweet, please. I'm not going to keep looking at Twitter now. Still a fair few people watching and asking the old questions. Anyway, we're off TM's team now. Hopefully you got enough advice. I'm loving the look of my team this week now. All those double games make me feel happy inside. Longest stream ever? Nah, it's only nearly 2 hours. Longest stream's about 4 hours, I think. Yeah, you don't obviously play Llorente. Llorente to Negredo and bench Sigurdsson. Go on. How's it going, Felix? As I mentioned you earlier, still top of the league. See you later, Jamie. Can fix the keeper situation with a wild card. Captain David De Gea? Nah, I'm never going to captain a defender. Or goalkeeper. It's got to be an attacker. Hope for the best. Negredo hat-trick against Bournemouth. And then whatever against Sunderland. Right, any last minute questions we haven't already covered? I think we covered most of it, to be honest. Is benching King over Sigurdsson shooting me? I don't know, I'd rather play King personally. Captain Kane ahead of Zaha? I don't know, I like Captain double gaming player. Zaha's done alright against big teams recently as well. Got 2 assists against Arsenal, 1 goal against Chelsea, a goal and an assist against Chelsea. So and the match is at home against Spurs, which I think makes it a little bit better. You're captaining Negredo and you'll be in the Bournemouth end tomorrow. Lovely. That'd be awesome. Would you lose Aguero for Negredo? I would. I don't know if many people would though. You know what I mean, come on. Arsenal's a big enough fixture, although they were awful that day, to be fair. And the assists were a bit dodgy, but still. Sigurdsson and Negredo. Negredo? Come on, that's not even a hard question. Tottenham are the best defence team, yeah, but I don't know if away from home is quite as good as at home. Why not have any Spurs defenders? Well, I've got 3 Spurs attackers, so it's not possible. You've got no wild card, Blint or Bailly, and it has to be Bailly, I think. Interesting that it's interesting that Mourinho mentioned that Smalling and Jones have to be brave. That almost kind of says that they're close to coming back, but I don't know how you can be brave. Like sometimes you're either injured or you're not. I don't know if transfers suddenly don't matter because of the wild card, but it does mean that they shouldn't punish me for too long. But if Lukaku scores a hat trick tomorrow and Negredo gets injured in the first game, then yeah, that would be pretty bad. Hennessy and Bailly or PVA and David De Gea. I'd go for PVA and David De Gea because Bailly doesn't have much attacking threat generally. Hennessy is probably there for saves, and David De Gea also has a good fixture in 35, so the Hennessy versus Burnley doesn't really matter. And if Van Aanholt starts both, then attacking returns potential there. I think PVA and David De Gea is more interesting to me. You could be out the top 1k. Oh, nightmare. So who comes back if Randolph goes? Adrian, right? I always thought Adrian was alright. I mean, obviously not, but I always thought he was alright. Adrian comes in, saves every shot from Lukaku. Beautiful. Benteke and Negredo for sure. De Gea hasn't. Well, he was injured for that game that he missed in the league, right? No, I don't think he was rotated. Adrian, I don't know. Adrian will do. Yeah, Ben has Captain Negredo, but he's still got Lukaku. Does that mean he got rid of Kane? Is he bench boosting? You can't bench Son. I don't really have much choice, to be honest. Right, people, I'm going to, unless there's any last minute absolute must have questions to answer, I'm going to start shooting off, closing down, all that jazz. Been a couple of hours now. I think we've answered most questions we can. All polls. Let me do the polls quick. So yeah, if you want to vote last minute, click the little eye, top right. So, how many points hits for the double game week? So, about 182 responses now. So, 4 points is the highest, 40%. No hits is 28%. 8 points, 17%. And 13% of people said they're taking 12 plus. Double game week captain. So, nearly 200 responses for this. 36% say Kane or Lukaku. 30% say Negredo. 15% say one of the Palace attackers, 11% say a Man United attacker, so Rashford really, and 5% say their captain is someone else. How many double game week players? So 3 to 4 is the most popular by quite a distance, 62%. 5 to 6 is 25%. 1 to 2 is 9%, and 7 plus 3% apparently. And then best double game week forward, so Negredo, Benteke or Rashford. That's quite interesting actually. So for the best double game week captain, oh wait, no, never mind. So yeah, best double game week forward, Negredo 47%, Benteke 28%, and Rashford 23%. So not much love in the stream for Rashford. It's a double game week bomb. This is the thing, like, after the Man City one was a bit of a letdown, I was like, right, we'll do it all again in 34. And if 34 is a letdown, we'll do it all in 37. Cheers all for tuning in. That was a good stream tonight. 200 people watching for quite a large majority of the time, actually, which is awesome. Hit the thumbs up, like button before you leave. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I don't know when I'm going to stream again. Maybe Sunday. There's so many matches on every day. I'll have to see. Obviously, the Scoutcast, I think Mark said, would have to be Monday, so maybe I'll stream Sunday. We'll see how well Negredo does first and go from there. Good luck in 34. Hopefully the double game week players smash it. Hopefully Lukaku doesn't. We'll see. Either way, it'll be interesting. And the problem with this after double game week is game week 35 is then really boring. And it's not, from what I can see, it's not really that interesting. There ain't good captain options. There's not really great fixtures. So yeah, let's all enjoy 34 because 35 is going to be boring. Just a heads up. Anyway, I'm going to shoot now. Catch you later on. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll put out my final team on Twitter. I expect I'll bring De Gea in, but I might sleep on it. I'm in no rush. Anyway, see you later on. Cheers all.